to break us your boy. Eye Echo Bank, Ada Roma, and Waso Yasne, Ama Yede Bro.
Ramatu mamunyina kwa abasron kode ba UTV ewia prem to break kasebo eso ebra so se kasebo a yaboaboa no yesi nkonya na afa yede eso mo awie ensem bi edi akotena kasebo mu yabete enie Chame hene wo my Ghana mra shebedwe fie na wode afutu anu wode koma MP se budget no se wo mo otwe ho apa wo mo ni kan endwen Ghana ho kane Afeso nanu ade beto dwase ni pensia afrimu ewo El-Wak ya no wankra pomponi mantamunti no wo mo asrese be ya wanya hyehyeye emanipa wo mo afrimu no eye hwan ene de sansem wenyina da wode etudwa Emrashe bedwene yewra mensa kosa ene wode afutu anu wode kwama MPP abedwekwa wo hwe abato a ebeyi mampeni anase peni obehim franka de ama party ne se proxy voting na opese we yefim na emwa party no ewo kwan bia eso Afeso yede ni bechemu atoye mantem afutu mapaya wode ko ede ama batan ewo nkwada no adesua so Ana wiensem pina ka we hono yesi nkonya yede so mudin amejeso ene gargantua lady ohene gwa kese boa hina Africa se bono emunchemu enie nanu ya wada na beto dwase Oswafo ye osho my Ghana sikasem so Dr. Kezia Latoba Forsen wodne ni chemo my Ghana mra shebedwefie na wode budget and working kayache MPs no and I'm so much amehene wo my Ghana mra shebedwefie Alban Simana Kensford Babena Kasa was MPs ne say opportunity sha say ekoso a woni kan enwene Ghana ho kane
would directly impact the lives and livelihood of your constituents. Look beyond micro numbers and identify opportunities you can leverage for micro development in your local areas. This is the essence of representative democracy, translating national priorities into local tangible benefits. Today, we affirm that Parliament stands as the ultimate guardian against executive overreach in the management of public funds. We do so to protect the public trust, conserve resources, and ensure that every city advances the common goal and common good of our people. Our constitutional framework demands the highest standards of checks and balances, ensuring that policy proposals are debated, budgets are scrutinized, and expenditures are justified. And I must say that I'm happy that the Minister for Finance, ab initio, accepted that this is not just going to be a statement, but that it will be a motion that will be thoroughly debated by the House.
Nanu wadane beto dwa se Ghana Armed Forces mpeni force wo mo peni panti wo hyase ese wo bo ho de rache Ghana mabunu se ne be obetimi aba na vouchers no won setimi aka wode na ukuada yete wo yenke bi nshem ne beto dwa se body search ne ekoso ewo El-Wak stadium ye no won krapomponi mantam na ni pensia ene nam so awo mo afrimu nam se stampede koso enam so mamra she bedwani ya wo gina kwade ma adehia wo kwesimi ntima abato empesias lawyer Philip Fifi Backman wakasa ne dia wode to dwanse sasem wote ye no wasi wosun papa sebe awasi egu nurse ntobure sanse wana anwene ho se asemwe mu oyase betimi ato Ghana for
imagining ye fan dem for ya wuwi ye obi no ho a ebi o ye ne papa ne first born afa kakaba obi mpo ne parent ewu ni nuanom kakama or like you see it will It was something that I could not just fathom that through this negligence, this thing can happen. As a matter of fact, it's bad. It's bad. You see, it is not about Mofomano. Yetina sisi ended na minye MP for Shama. Minye kasa de. Sisi yetina hey. Osa no kom na ho chirinti. Say what the sheep ebe suwa de hona opeda wo kwa brochiri. People will kill. There will be a stampede. Enti Mofomano onye adwuma ye. Somebody called me 7 years. When we were school 7 years. Onye adwuma ye. This person on capra. It's our one organizer no they tumna the number of people na wa applying now baba. How can we contain these people? How can we work out? Is it one day thing? Heaven and one day na what I mean, it is something we could have done due processor. I didn't work or do smoothly. So it's seriously, it's unpardonable.
Yada so ejinima kwensha den ato Ghana for nyina no nam so emamra hye bedwani ya wogina ho de madehye wo Techiman South abato empesua so Martin Ejemensa kosa kasa kire Ghana ban se emayo ansia na wo fim wo besre se wo mo abaso se ne be ye wo kra wo betimi ade apata wo mo
fi oba wo fasie wunia si okwa kosre apekwan I'm saying uniform as Ghana man. Now we see any woman now we have to begin to learn lessons from this. As much as possible, say to me funny back. Wabra only in your physical contact and assessing on who said Usita Mutanasu to say over 20,000 people should congregate at one point. And you're dangerous. The one year will be but that's what they've done in the past. What means Tagano? Now why are in batches? So you can still meet your 21,000 maybe in a week, but not all in a day. And that's all shut down made so you could try more. The share now say, idea we say will be perform and now will be to me Shrina Home or crowd you man. How do you even take him out? Maybe just around 45 minutes. But you could see it. People are bamu ya back up. Going forward, I think that there was a painful year to make. Omunya shaya, open limited sa numbers no nyina ba be hia prekopen. Na sa ban ni me be ya dua. Sa fi o mawe. Na yo makoma so ade ne say, o na su Ghana man. Posthumously to me ye bonipa abodin wa bra okọ ne krechi. Ye ma military no emfa sa abodin no man ofoi. Se oman no ejiro mutunu wa bra okọ mu krechi. Na yo makoma so ade say o mbenya akwanya so Ghana man. Enu no go hwe mu wi. Ompohye mu ko hwe mu kwa. Ye mfa sa abodin no enche o. Na ba bi mu wo bia o mu kra mu no. O mu nkuse. I think they will be happy. And Abusiana, Omashu Madesha, Yamomo Yako.
Oswa for your show my Ghana upon modern one some Sierra Kwabena Minta Kando na beto just a walk prom e won fin man teminta bet na fe so ayar sabian komebia wo won fin man te wo kohwese ne odwumadi esi etie
Cape Coast Teaching Hospital for a nurse for near doctor for mo adwuma e wo ha e be hwe de e koso o hawa ayare for e komu o hawa health professionals for e komu any a kwan be fa so e betimi asource or how no ano ye din komo bebre ade ba ko a if he say me de beka ho biem no so ye din ho komo Mahama Cares nyame adaroma ene area John Dramani Mahama abie funda say obi ewo non-communicable disease ebitse hypertension diabetes cancer ibetumi aboa sa nipa no amana konsa yare no abra ontu ahwe ade a yɛde aba yɛne a hospital ahodoɔ a ɔmotumi sɛ saa yɛayɛ no bɛdi nsawosoɔ yɛatumi atraining a doctorfoɔ ne a nursefoɔ a ɔmbɛtumi nso aboa ɛma yɛako saa non-communicable diseases no Nyankopɔn nso yɛ adom a afi a yɛkɔhyɛ mu no yɛwura dwondrama mani mahama ɛde free primary health care ɛbɛba nti ɛno kyerɛ sɛ Ghanani biara wobɛyare a ɛno ɛfɔle under the primary health care no yɛbɛhwɛ wo kwa afei nso ɛnyɛ yare nko a yɛntena hɔ ɛma wɔnyare ansa na yɛtu ho anamo nti bibi ti sɛ screening ɛne sɛ yɛbɛ sensitize you about yare binom sɛ ɛbɛyɛ mpo a ɛnuru the complication level ne nyinaa will be under the free primary health care apɔmuden aso yɛ ne yɛwɔ nneɛma bebree a yɛde saa kwan wei so ɛbɛbɔ health professionals no nso aba so na da biara yɛaka kyerɛ mo sɛ yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛ handle ayarefoɔ ɛwɔ obuo mu yɛbɛ respect wɔn ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ wɔn kaekae yɛbɛnya ntoboaseɛ na obi a ɔbɛba ha biara sɛ ɔbɛgye ayarehwɛ no yɛagya ntoboaseɛ na yɛahande no yie sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a sɛnea kwan a bɛfa so a wobɛhande no nko ampo no ɛma no tumi nya ayarehwɛ nti yɛbɛda wɔn ase na deɛ aba a yɛabɛtie nyinaa nso no aban ɛbɛtu ho anamo.
Forestry Commission fa wɔhwɛ mmoadoma dwumadie so ɛna wɔde gyina yɛkɛseɛ bi ahyehyɛ so a wɔkyɛ sɛ wɔn bɔde wracha adesuafoɔ a ebetumi aboa na Ghana kwa ebreto ne yɛtumi ahwɛ ɛsɛ yɛbɔ ho ban nti wɔn hyɛ aseɛ efik Fadama cluster of schools na wɔkyerɛ sɛ Ghana kwa ebreto ne ho hia pa nti wɔbɛhyɛ nkwadaa ne sɛ wonyini a wokɔ wɔnim galanda asefoɔ deɛ ɛne kwan sɛ kwan bi aso wotumi de ho hyɛ mu bi na akwankyerɛfo panyin yɛ ɔkasa de ma Forestry Commission ɛyɛ Madam Augustina ani wɔkyerɛ ne nti a wɔhyehyɛ saa dwumadie kɛseɛ wei
yɛakyerɛ mo kwan a yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛfa so ne yɛbɛbɔ mmoa no ho ban na wɔmadɔre ne yɛde ayɛ mpuntudwuma ɛwɔ ɔman yi mu yɛma ɔmahu sɛ yɛwɔ protected areas a yɛabɔ ho ban yɛma ɔmu ahu adwuma a wildlife yɛyɛ sɛ bia yɛyɛ law enforcement ɛde ahwɛ ɛyɛ mmoa ne nnua no ɛso yɛma ɔmahu say ecotourism nso yɛ one of the nneɛma a yɛyɛ sɛnea bɛyɛ a nkɔfoɔ bɛba bɛhwɛ yɛn mmoa ne yɛn nnua ne yɛbɛnya sika na afei nso wɔn a wɔbɛnbɛn saa nneɛma no ho ama yɛn hotel adem ama yɛn beebi a yɛbɛdidi na ama yɛn nneɛma a nkɔfoɔ no bɛtɔ sɛnea bɛyɛ ɔman ne nyinaa yɛbɛtumi etu mpɔn yɛban nso a ne yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi anya nkɔla ne bia wɔbɛtumi anyi ɛte sɛ yɛn na wɔn aboa yɛn ne yɛtumi abɔ mmoa ndua nsuo ɛne nneɛma a ɛka yɛn ho ɛma yɛasetena yɛ prɔmprɔm no yɛbɛtumi ɛne nkɔla ne di nkɔmmɔ na wɔn amadwen ho sɛ wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn ka yɛn ho nti yɛbaeɛ a ne yɛbotae ne sɛ yɛbɛkye nkɔla no wɔ bra wɔn mu sua na yɛadanda wɔn adwen aresɛte wɔn adwen no towards conservation towards protection towards sustainability sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɔman no ɛbɛnya ndɔbae papa ɔman no bɛnya nsuo papa nom ɔman no bɛnya aduane adi ɔman no bɛnya aduro ɔman no bɛnya ntoma efra ntoma papa bi a wobɛhu nnua ne mmoa wom ne nyinaa yɛtumi atena ase ayɛ tourism no fine ankɔfoɔ abɛhwɛ na ɔmama yɛ sika na Ghana enye sika na mmoa nso ne ndua nso ho atɔ mu ama yɛn nyinaa yɛnya mfasoɔ wɔ so.
Unse first no yɛ agric ɛwɔ basic schools no but this time yɛnyɛ but we share science and social say kakra wom nti ɛbae na ebi ɔmadwin ɔmo idea about some of the animals no and say nneɛma ɔmo yɛ no but ɔmo bae no nso ɔmo ebi ɔmadwin about it me kra na menim say wodua tree a wankasa wodua tree no betwa or so kobo amane we ask permission from Forestry Commission so we try me feel say wankasa be try because we know dua to me kra me sua nkra sua a lot among differences no wildlife type of species animals are allowed to eat at certain periods now close season so the close season no be any so the some particular type of animal.
A message I'm sending home is that thank you all for watching me, and I'm also telling you that there is a club there, and each and everyone also deserves a chance to participate in the club. One benefit of the wildlife animals are they helps in our culture because their skin also helps the queens and chiefs like sewing their clothes and decorating their palace. One advice I'll give to those who are maltreating animals is that they should stop because there is a madam here who is going to be arresting those who are maltreating animals.
Amanebo ayensa kan se bedwem nkasa ho dwumedie kese ekoso Brazil mine wey eyo fetoso eduasante kan se COP30 na edwumeko kese a wode wani kyerem wo my Ghana mo bebi a wodin ahyeta na wo ye edwuma ye pa Jospong group of companies wo so edwo ho ahye dwumedie kese we mu ebi na dwumedie ne hyase November bosome no ne de toso du etuemu sa kwesi ne de toso eduno baako.
In Ghana, where waste is no longer viewed solely as an environmental challenge, it has become a catalyst for systematic transformation and climate resilience. Through our flagship integrated recycling and composting plant initiative, developed in partnership with the government of Ghana and the government of Switzerland under Article 6.2 of the Paris Agreement, we are demonstrating how sustainable waste management can serve as a powerful lever for climate mitigation. Today, more than 10 agricultural facilities operate across major cities and regions in Ghana, collectively processing thousands of tons of municipal solid waste each day. These facilities recover recyclables, convert organic waste into nutrient-rich compost, and significantly reduce methane emissions that will otherwise accelerate global warming. The program has already created over 1,000 green jobs, with women representing more than 35% of the workforce, and has improved sanitation and public health for over 1.4 million people. Importantly, Ghana is among the first countries globally to successfully operationalize Article 6 through methane avoidance for composting of municipal solid waste. This work, led by the Jospong group of companies and the United Nations UNDP, is a major milestone for Africa's engagement in international carbon markets. Under the bilateral agreement with the Swiss government, 4 agricultural facilities are expected to avert approximately 1.5 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions, directly contributing to Ghana's nationally determined contribution, NDCs, and establishing a new standard for private sector-driven climate action. These facilities have completed the initial implementation cycle, including third-party verification and submission of the final monitoring report and verification documents. Verification reports are currently under review by the host and buying parties, laying the foundation for the issuance of verified carbon credits and internationally transferred mitigation outcome inputs. Beyond emission reduction, the AgriCop initiative is improving lives, strengthening communities. It's advancing SDG 1 through livelihood creation, SDG 2 by supplying compost that supports local agri, SDG 8 decent work and economic growth through job creation, SDG 5 gender equality by ensuring strong female participation, and SDG 17. The compost produced by the facilities enhances soil fertility, boosts food production, and strengthens rural economies. A holistic approach we proudly refer to as carbon inclusion, ensuring that climate finance benefits the people who need it the most. This is a practical demonstration for sustainability and can be both economically viable and socially inclusive, turning waste into genuine wealth. As the Jospong Group expands its green infrastructure and climate innovation across Africa, the AgriCop model stands ready as a scalable blueprint for countries seeking to align climate ambition with economic opportunity.
Yet to a boy so I did nature more at once and for frost. IGP era Christian Tete Yawuno and that work say what day Cocoban what day El Kwama Disiafua will walk up in my senior high school say Sebi cyber fraud na ukura phone na sebe wo ba amanfo epo wo se nyesa so na chacha to so entimi mmoa wabrabom wo de sansem wo nyina akoto dwabra speech and prize giving dwumedie ekos way of etoso edusia enwotwe ne watche se edwuma na wo ye ene se IGP ne sebe nya shortcut nemum wafem wanantia chent wobese mebu ne se ba wo mo ban wo mu nsua de ye na wonfa botai kese ensi we ne so.
Transformational educational policies that focus on developing talents and vocations through technical and vocational education. That is a TVET, which empowers young people with the necessary skills and knowledge to help build a brighter future and bridge the gap between education and industry, facilitating a seamless transition into the workforce. If you are into living a vocation, learn your craft well. If you are a student, study hard. If you are in service, serve faithfully. In the Ghana Police Service today, we are working to make the institution one of professionalism, innovation, and integrity. Gone are the days when people join the service because they have no other option. Today, the police service recruits professionals from all fields, including IT experts, accountants, engineers, lawyers, and psychologists, to serve both nationally and internationally as modern policing requires modern minds.
Subembia, who then ya will be so free, they will every lecture discipline, integrity, and Yakia Ekikamosa. It's a person who phrase now almost say, Nabamo are good Tenet and who told a year. I got a mile to be our let us say, make sure from the young body, Yaruba Modi, I just afraid of what was so few. The Yendi Adiba is here, and say, the friend is success agenda. Success agenda, if you say, Ufra, a back one kind of what is here. I won't talk on this. Send your friend a poor Yen the walk pass and one pass if you are one for it's a really a big sia. Yerish, like Gina, so like you. And what you know, I think I see my boy and say, yes, we did. Our poultry farm. To be free and watch the telephone and their pop and a walk young free, dear old chicks. A woman when behind your drug was a way to watch you know, send your water. The enemy at the back, yeah, you will my head down.
General Manager Edema Jospong Green Transition Office Engineer Dr. Glenn Kwabena Jiman Wakasa Echre Butayenti Jospong Ejimeko aba wo my Ghana mo ene mfasodi a wo mo enya titiriw ene carbon na water di ama foforo no wo de sansem wogina to dwadwabo kese ekoso e wo Brazil mine emo.
From the Jospong group of companies in Ghana, it's one of the biggest conglomerates. And our main, let me say, our main operations sit with the environmental area. That is to say, management of waste, both solid, liquid, and other kind of waste as well. With our engagement with the municipalities, it's been a long way in terms of duration. We started with the municipalities long time ago, somewhere around the year 1995. In Ghana, we started engaging the municipalities in trying to see how best we can mobilize their waste and then have a safe transportation to the most ideal treatment facilities around in the country. Now, as part of our activity, we have to understand that the waste management is not, let me say, a private business. It's basically a municipality business. However, because municipalities may not be able to run it all alone, they need partnership with the private sector. And that was the kind of vehicle the Jospong group of companies embarked on. We thrive much more on the public-private partnership with the municipalities to drive the waste management activities in the country. Fast forward, in terms of understanding the space, you will need to, first of all, engage, that is stakeholder engagement, all the actors in the space, particularly right from the local government, they are somehow the local authority over the municipalities. So we engage the local government, then trickle down to the Environmental Protection Authority, then the Environmental Ministry, to make sure that all of these actors agreed and are all in support of the system that we intend to roll out with the support of the private sector. So that was the kind of vehicle Jospong deployed since the year 1995. Now, over time, we realized that it's not just enough collecting, it's not just enough transport, but it's very important to deploy a value-added system, such as integrated recycling and composting activity. And in our case, our company partnered with the government again to establish not less than 10 of the integrated recycling and compost plants in the country. We have 16 regions, but 10 of them are actively having integrated recycling and compost plant. So that in this case, most of the waste are diverted from landfills to the treatment facility, where value is added to the material. And in our case, we are able to get compost, which becomes a healthy material to help augment the soil. Again, we are able to recover recyclables like plastics, metals, paper, can, and so forth and so on. These are also raw materials that goes back into the industry. And by so doing, you'll be able to now create employment, have a healthy environment, be able to abate climate issues, and then also have a sustainable city.
Yet one Cassia boy saw yet the any chemo ewa and some for a so. Now Ghana buying a signa cassia the Amagana Fogina was a Ghana for said do now one ma one 2 sebe ye mani to me kratas won cranny to a bani chese or best repa ayeswa Bradam November boss when they are to do what you want share so bet me a diabra so ya was share if some so now some way in or so far be the chair or share if some so ye Taylor been what the 2 watch chims and sent him Sanya bonnet for some trinity or my Ghana munti and I was sitting I name ya trap say 1% womuchubia.
The government intention is purely to give every citizen with no criminal intent the opportunity to do the right thing and to hand over their unregistered firearms voluntarily with no questions asked, no arrest, no prosecution. Our aim is a Ghana free from gun violence, not to which harm good citizens. I therefore urge you as good citizens to take advantage of this. Take advantage of His Excellency, the President's benevolence in allowing the Ghana amnesty when it is declared to surrender your own registered firearms at the designated centers. Let me also teach you, our participants, to carry out your duties with honesty, patience, and respect for every individual you encounter. Build trust, uphold confidentiality, and let your conduct reflect compassion and integrity that define Ghana's security institutions. As part of the effort to strengthen arms control in the country, the proposed National Arms Bill, which will effectively regulate the arms space, is in its final stages and will soon be sent to the Attorney General. We all know that gun-related violence, and I'm sure the police officers will tell you that 9 out of 10 crimes that are committed now in this country are committed by the use of firearms, and most of these firearms are illicit weapons. And as our mandate as the Small Arms Commission is to help you combat this illicit flow of firearms in our country. So we are here to ensure that you are trained for us to be able to go back and train others to be able to collect these weapons during the amnesty period. And so the role of you, the participants, I say, is to ensure that you go back to your district or you go back to your region and be a conduit for training other people and ensuring that the fights, we have internal fight between myself and my big sister, the chief director, and in fact, some of your bosses, the police commanders, is in a battle. It's not something that we wasted our time, but it is something that probably we've never done before. Our commitment is to ensure that we train you to go back and train other people. And the media in here, please, you are supposed to help us disseminate the information.
Mrashe bedweni ya wojina ho de ma de hye wotechima South Abato Empesias Yewra Martin Ejemensa Kosa na wakase ne de ne so best presidential election committee for the MPP amanyoko nya ne ntiese wo mo esi gina bi saa gina no mo esi ne nyame ya aduma Ghana fo nyina nim se enche MPP amanyoko ne se January bosom ne de toso dua sabako 2026 mo wo mo kosie ni akoto abasa ne be ya wo be yi peni obetime him frank akesiem ediama MPP amanyoko nanso election committee for the atodwa watch as a proxy voting say ohene wa mintime nkoto abanti na meyi misemu fo peni se wonjina manemu no wo se wonya ne ntiese wo mo yie fuma no na mrahye bedwani se emu akra ma party no entimi nyi ni pa obedi party nanim e wo kwan nyina eso
Benjamin kind any grounds. In fact, the last election for 2 years, 2023, yet the proxy year, every public election, yet the proxy year, meaning the SCA by your wish, your person, suddenly he's had it free, especially when thousands of people are relying on that law to exercise their franchise. Now, cast away here free without any legal basis. What is your what are you seeking to achieve? It's your honor, the idea I had. And now, so you must do it not later than 42 days to the election. It's here, the clock is ticking. That in itself, so one observing the 42-day period. Now, say, because I will pack with the number anymore, and then when you decide to also set it aside. So I think as soon as possible, they should lend some ears to the petitions and then allow who has to prevail. I know I'm a kind on the social media. I was worried, saying, why are we taking such unilateral decisions which flies in the face of the law? Now, Chile won't say sorry, and then another Coca party. We don't need that.
Yet was where the Nichemo or Atoye Mantemo. And Rashe bedweni ya wojina ho de madehye wo evaluate Abato Empesia so. And now what day as a damu rempemosie do eko ema Dr. Efrema se waya de papa pesan se woye Ghana ne de hye kronkron wanya akwanya eko piem osua pon na kwesi broni ni pafufuo nko na ekonom nanso wojina na so se muwa se beme mu esua de akukuduro ne nsi ye kwan so ne wobiebie kwan e de ato wo de ama Ghana de suafo bebrena.
So Omani Sebenya Nobuna Ubotum why patriotic to this land. Or said that Painfubia Wabo Modern Wabo Bra. If you are so free now, no abadono. Or said yes, you are modern America. Is in the baby, but in the can't far, may yes statement far. A year in your beach, I paying bear and friend William Antonamo. Were one in the early 1700s, 1703. Waxim. Na wode no kwai Germany but okwe no o actually o co schools and kase or ye the first black man otumko Ebrochi University obe a lecturer and a professor otum kan languages be 5-6 ti basically mom kan there in painful day I ko Germany wo bonizi na wajejendo Google one day mpo Google celebrating na ebanu krom eba Ghana ye bonizi na obi enyim no o se de aban na Ghana fo ye ya adwende kon biado e be fodo am wundin no wa stand out to make there onye out of place there you butum ya erect a statue bia obi ehunu mpa obi se de wan nyin mpa wotum kede oyese wole na mo yes scholarship in his honor impo Germany ambassador in Germany is doing that so then your scholarship bia ngomofo me wo suade ye da mo amada chi so wo there ona mule na mo ne legacy nti oju bibi o se do ju yes in our history books in painful day o se de wona abakwasam ye de kan ye curriculum no ho na mbebu no sua amon so we de even say 1800s a black person I told me that those times no who bibi da upon all the discriminations upon all the racial turbulence to survive here then why can't we do that now intention adofo I'm doing my bit as the member of parliament, but Mr. Ghana for there, we have to celebrate our own. It's your best starter, and Wulena Amo is not out of place because Mandela, Martin Luther King, or Sajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we know what can some because their writing simple no inspiration. No. Today is a great day, but also the enable more than there. Ever kakeno, they celebrate no. I'm a wababe a role model for the many youths.
Ebusia ye jina we so na ye twa ho sima ye ba nsem aka beto as mesrew enko ba bia. Yes, I'm nyina kwaba biomede ba ye kase abopono so afa ye pem so de ani ache wonsem foforo so Bank of Ghana mpanifo esi gina ye bia be sha ase se ye dwuma na ye 2026 emuna watch se we ye kwan bia wo fa so etimi aboatre wo my Ghana esikasem so na afa so aboa na mebododo na etimi enye dwuma ye wo se ba ne sase ya wo pebesi anyade akwan bia so betimi abrem na sansebo nyina Professor John Gachi wona ekogire mu e de ma pani a wada Bank of Ghana no eye ACCA business leaders forum a course so ewon kramantem na wakasa wase
Chartered Institute of Bankers, Chartered Institute of Chartered Economists. We involve all of them. TIMA, the marketing professional bodies, we involve all of them. So we explain to them the need for development of a curriculum and the need of beefing up the curriculum to reflect the professional training that is needed in the area. And we are glad that ACCA is actually scaling up this development. We are also glad that the Chartered Institute of Bankers has developed a set of curriculum for their training of bankers and those who are interested. I think they launched that I think early this week, and we are happy that we have alerted them and that we have made contribution to the development of that curriculum.
You say nkro bia omonsono omode omo agima omo yesa omo masa we type of service no edimpuntu ba ema nipa bia omo pe besia na so omo pese omode omsikesi no omo tuminya more options into sa we edwumai because of experience I work other countries into ye mu say non-interest banking no adopt to Ghana ebeboa ama ya yenya mpuntu kronim I will say omo nimdie bi a omo betumi aye adwuma no na sa nimdie no ye no ye won hyehyɛ wo ya disuanu mu a ufasa wenuma utumi enyasa nimdie no ema utumi de eboa ma adwuma no yeyi afei nso no ye research ye say ye nhwemu na sa research na ye no so etumi mayen we information a lot of information as information no ebetumi so de aboa nti no experience aye nya no you feel say ebetumi de aboa ema ye start wo Ghana ibetumi ayen ema I edimuma I successful this year the non-interest we know banking a new opportunity aba ntino se banks no omo pese omo so no omo grow one option betumi I go for na me no minim say nkro omo adopt sa we know banking we route no banks na wo no they are doing well ntino banks are organ so no say almost adopt ya ebeboa
Ma yentwa so na yemfe ani chemo kumase wasante mantem na Oyuko School of Dispensing Optician wo motete woni e friend no office woni a ehwe ani ho asem principal wada no ayekofi buache ne wo kasa stress sisi ano ayedene paadi amomo sanse wo de wani chemo school ho no mu a sebe akotromenti ebebo ama suku no etimi esipie tan wo mo ni betichio ene se suku adan wo se emususanti ko ho no ma enipa wo mo ya adesuafo agentete no wo mo abo apeso asetete sade nkoyi afeso lab ho no mo de wo se akotromenti ahodo bi o mo use no wo se ya na esuakra enti emwa wodwumede wo de a wo se Ghana ban sabane mra na wontimi empeje mo ye emfa mo
Oyuko School of Dispensing and Optics ewo Asante Mantamu wo mo echiremu a womo ehia akyerɛkyerɛfo epa se wo betimi de abom wasuansem so na afin so adwumayefo enkaye na wo betimi de apem sukuu ni dwumadi ensem akonkan principal of that school no ano Owura Kofi Buache na de ho amanebo no emaye
ehia MPhil for be 4 MPhil in optics and optometry na vision science any of them 4 ewa na ye they started because ye no so far your MPhil 1 MBA 1 MSc 3 eti ye MPhil ankasa for the degree program. Nti yenya 4 na ehia se ye spend ska etua part-time ska. Eno bema yenya ska ya retain ska or school ha. Ebe go answer for development. Sisi ayi de yenya ska ankasa. But se benya obi nso a obeba be sisi dan na ya sha ase amaye na ka betwa bibia ato amaye. Because computer lab no lecture hall blogger ya start a new site. Se dan no wo ho a computers ne beto dia aye. Eno ye benya bi mu a suppliers a obebro computer no na o spread the cost no over a period bo about 2 years. Na the 2 years no etua. Ebi mu abahasa ba instance say ni dan nti yentimi ani omo ento aso.
Ye kotu asre yewra John Dramani Mahama ne na aban ne se yewra kwabna minta kando eto ne nsa efre unemployed allied health professionals ema omo ba ma oni omo edi nkita ho o hye omo bo se bosumi edi anim November omo be ready budget ye ready budget a obebo modern se unemployed allied health nso obema ye clearance enti eno na ye kotu se aban ne se onhwe na onhu ye mobo na oma abrano brano oma clearance ni wia postings nso omo modern na nyantem fi
Fi hon ne yamfi ne nchemu wonfinfi mantem na headmaster yoda odoben amdia basic school na no eno wonfinfi mantem Malik Hamod na work ache Ghana ban enipa wonsem obi se obestre sisi ano school ne hia enipa obetimi esi ICT ne lab e dia mom na etimi aboa na adehua honsem etimi apem akonenim
odoben ti amadia school no e wonfinfi mantem na wo mo kire mu asabre ye kase wo mo hia eye efidie badwemba atena ye ICT lab and afenso science labs a ni nyina no betimi aboa wo mo amom de aboa mo enwomehyansem so akọ enkan enho ensem eni
interest school ni nanyima horoko ti ye no koyanyim za na aba fufure a wo fa na ICT empa ho district na organize ICT nine saying we are the only school in the district ya math and science school ya place second third 3 consecutive time we are the only school in the district ya kwa 3 consecutive natural science mo nyim ze yin hapa ICT organize bi onam da yin hu akazinti na wa yo hakaka yentum yanku yin da ma ye hwehwe yendu semi finance mpo na ye san hanti nti yin tunu dai se inda yin 70 good years za obehia de yesi ICT block ni ye de kan yin science mo nyim ze a we are the only school ya kwa 3 consecutive time at the finance yetum ye de ICT kan wajezi pa wanyankopon mu de ICT ba school ho school be say tunku mekodi from bra meba ha 220 tisi ameka say 460 students dom biara wo bebia wo pere wo wamba wo the binti am bia eyi che school na kondo aye no ba ya kondo na ezimu yi ya obehia de yeyi na wo boam na ICT block onye science block yetumi esi na mo awesem de oni nche biara Ghana mayi na mo hu de odo binti am bia or school or your crab.
Nanano mahemfo ni adehwem achim jaha eno wo Parliamentary and a work at mobile communication penny for say we dey wo besre ya na wo ye kwa ho ye den pa de mo nti ha adwene ama sikasem atete aprapansam ebremu de se mpenifo anko mo moade a wo se be den pa
o man jaha be kita population more than 3,000 and so your network some enkoye be say yini your network te say wo be ye call krampa agi say ukojina baabi unya twen ho a unya network utu kwan na pese wo frɛ fia unya obi a wo frɛ no wo frɛ kra entimi mba ye besere ekro ne na bie nso a na school for your network na bibia ansa na ICT betimi akoso amaye no adi say nya network ya ye wo computer lab ewa ha anka ye nya wifi na de kire nkola na de ni nyina ye ntimi nya ye besere omom kan bia eyeyi Dr. Tanko ne nkrofo so ombebo ye
network ne de high papa eno ana ye de bibia wo share district na be bia jaha ehye no ye ben denchembo district enso efi akono so emu wakakra na ne abakra ne se obi akromfo ana bibi tisi ha hwan na wo kofre no wo fra obi ayenko chese wo fu moto na wo kɔ wanim reporting team bi wo esem ɛhɔ na obetimi ayekɔ amanakɔ nti brepa de ye brepapa
network nti yentimi mfrɛ ne ebehu ana akromfo abubu ye da yani ɔma sɛ ye ne amapoto ento a Yanka no na ne besi na esi awie nti yesre network ne de ye pa ne aban ne chew omeboa ye why ne ye bre papa on network
na nsa me ba awaka no oda yo mo fra fita no pa anwumre no nsia ansa no mo fra si obi so say me ba no awaka no to oda hospital ansa na me fuka na me de akọ nti yesra mo network ne de no kware mama me boa yan no kware de be ko sumu ye ti sumu pa
bibe DDC eka enema me de asi mani so ametu ho akwan anase metu ho anamo mafa enkroto a network ni so nyina ana me de population aka ho ana me de akwakọ mampanifo enti enne migina akohene anamu migina dwaha hene anamu migina otabel hene anamu ene enkuro aka nyina network ni so na yesu akire ye papa Dr. Tanko ewo Gifek ye nua be ma Ali Achina Abubakar ono nso Eastern Region a ono nso wo Gifek ene ye papa Dr. Makoliva Kevo a ono nso ewo eye Nita sa omomra atimansa yensra ban mu na yenya network emfama yenkuro na network ni ho nti a enu nti ema pampam adwumayefo a eba a ema wo mani nka sa omomra na omomeboa ye na yentiminya network ni emfama ye communities.
Yada so agene mu Parliamentary na apani a wada adakwa mensi Assembly Junior High School na no na wo kasa ne dia wode to dwane sesi ade wo mo tete wo mo brepa sebe ama adesua ne ade kire nhyeda enkonanim ne wo ka nyina ne se nyoma ebo ama adesua papa timi koso ebi te se adankura nkwada ne betene mo sua de bi ni honom saaso na library wo mo ni bi computers wo mo ni bi sebe ejanan kura ya na shanti mpempi ne ye kira de sei na akwada bi e kana chese wo sere kwan kofiansa wotimi akoye ne ho ye.
First of all, we don't have the primary block as the sod is being cut today. Then another challenge is the toilet facility and the urinal facilities. We have nowhere to attend to nature's call. The learners have to go home most of the times to attend nature's call. So we are looking forward and pleading on the government to support us with the toilet facilities and then the urinal. We also need computer lab. When the computer lab is available, the ICT or the computing as the subject being introduced in the common core curriculum program will support us. So we are also pleading on the government as the MCE is cutting the sword today, hoping that the sword will also be cut for our computer lab. Sometimes the municipal education office also supports us with the furniture, just that they are inadequate. So we are looking forward that this current government will come through for us.
Young Papa, His Excellency, any abanye tisui, yesi yensi classroom keke ensi ho, yesi classroom. Eshe se nye huhia se eboa. Mani adwumadi ma classroom ne baaye no ebe nyina ye de kan ho maamo enu nti ye hye no ye de 2 stores e kan ho maamo ye hye ne ye hu se ye ntichafo omo kirade a so munya baabi e de ho ahome na omo prepare wo ho e kwa class enu nti ye the staff common room e kan ho maamo enya project ayaba be cut sword ni asori akokeke enya project ayaba cut sword na di years ni entimi wie ma ye nkora ye hye na na bose bosomie esia pepepe se ye bedina ha aba be go school dan na no ama
o ha de man na nan nkora na nan mo mbo ho moden ama na hwe school ni ho ente mama fo yi wo mba e de ko ba bia school eye papa wo te na ma school no agija ataba fam kura adisuan so ma etiba fam efse achechefo no eba am si school dan ye nti obi wo ba na wasan ko nti to so a tam so na obi a apon efse structure no enframa ba ehu nti ne sa ba se be si school dan ma ya aban nsa wo mu a ya dan abanse.
Ghana Baba ya beko semesanse we are singing na Assemblies of God conference beko so 2026 nyame ya adomu a Ghana yesre so NC dwumedie ne behase a empanifo ba amane a watch say October bosome no ne da etoso du na etuemu sa akosi ne da etoso dunsia no wo ba amane a watch say conference yase won be kasa fa wade ho saso ene ba no sunsum nsem so won be cheche na etimi aboa na osum gidie no etimi ejira brane.
I'm deeply honored to stand here as we launch the World Assemblies of God 2026 Congress. And I want to thank my dear brother Wengam and his team for making me a slice of history. So as far as our launch is concerned, it stems with divine purpose. At our last World Assemblies of God Fellowship Congress in Madrid 2023, Ghana stood up clearly as the nation chosen by God and prepared in every way to host this global gathering. Ghana now has become the first African nation in history to receive this honor. We are encouraged that the transformation agenda of the Assemblies of God Ghana fully aligns with MM33. We commend the leadership and the churches of Ghana for your generosity, your commitment to discipleship, evangelism, and your vision to build churches and ensure healthy churches and have legacy temples across this nation. May God richly bless you and empower you as you prepare to welcome the world in 2026.
We should send the gospel to the whole world. So to commemorate this historic event, 2000 years of Christ's ascension, we have launched a project known as MM33, His Mission, Our Mandate. By the year 2033, we have tasked ourselves to plant and establish 1 million churches globally. We have shared it as targets among the continents. Africa has been assigned to plant 300,000 churches. Now we've asked churches in Africa to triple their numbers to help us reach the target. So Ghana is supposed to plant 14,000 churches by the year 2023. Not only church planting, we are looking at empowering the next generation, youth empowerment. We are also focusing on church health, building healthy churches. We are also asking the church to go back to our roots, the supernatural, the day of Pentecost, the outpour of the Spirit. So this is what MM33 stands for. Well, very important, it's coming to Ghana because the first time in the 110 years history of Assemblies of God globally, the first time this global congress is coming to Africa. So it's a big deal for us. And it's also going to change the perception about Africa. Unfortunately, people in the West and the other developed economies see Africa in a very negative light because of the negative publicity and twists some international media gives to Africa. So for us, it will allow the world to see the beauty of Africa, the peace in Africa, and the hospitality in Africa.
Ebusuya kasia boa ye boa no emosemu fo gina ntenten wosemu ha sei ene brema kwan si emfa nyina yemfasi na media sedare mpemo si edu kwa ma TMC Fashion Center ewo Amasaman Abiase matade ye hyemi wo a ene pam ede maame edin a mejeso ene Gargantuan lady ohene wa kase boa hene yadamu nyina ase amamu ene hwe